I never thought I'd be the kind of person to find myself in this situation, betrayed by not just one, but two of the people I trusted most in this world. It's the sort of thing you see in movies or hear about from other people, but never think will happen to you. And yet here I am, telling you my story. It all started like any other normal day in my life. I had everything I thought I could ever want. A loving husband, Mark, and a best friend, Sarah, who had been by my side since we were kids. We were inseparable, the three of us. At least, that's what I thought. Mark and I had been married for 7 years. He was the type of man everyone envied. Kind, dependable, always there when I needed him. He made me feel like I was the center of his world. And then there was Sarah, my rock, my confidant, my sister in every way that mattered. We had been through everything together. Every heartbreak, every success, every challenge life threw at us. I never imagined either of them could hurt me. But I was wrong. It was one of those ordinary nights when life felt too quiet. Mark had been acting strange lately, distracted, distant. I tried to push the doubts out of my mind, convincing myself that it was just work stress or something trivial. But that night, something changed. I had lost my phone earlier in the evening, so I picked up Mark's iPad to find it. As I opened the device, a message notification popped up on the screen. I almost didn't look. Almost. But curiosity got the better of me. I clicked on the message, and there it was, a conversation with Sarah. And not the kind of conversation I expected to see. They weren't talking about plans for the weekend or a surprise birthday party for me. No, they were talking about each other. About them. Each message felt like a blow to my chest. The dates, the secret meetings, the lies. My world shattered in those few seconds as I read through every word. The people I loved most had been betraying me for months. I felt sick. My hands were shaking as I put the iPad down. It couldn't be real. Not Mark. Not Sarah. The next day, I couldn't hold it in any longer. I confronted Mark. I expected him to deny it, to tell me I was crazy, that I had misunderstood. But he didn't. I didn't mean for this to happen, he said, his voice calm. Too calm. It wasn't supposed to be like this. But I fell for her. How could you? I asked, barely holding back my tears. How could both of you do this to me? He didn't answer. And in that silence, I realized something. I needed to hear it from Sarah. I needed to know why she did this. My best friend, my sister, the person I trusted with every part of my life. Later that afternoon, I called Sarah and asked her to meet me. She came over, looking hesitant, her face pale. I could see the guilt written all over her, but there was something else in her eyes, something I didn't understand. As soon as she sat down, I couldn't hold it back anymore. Why, Sarah? I asked, my voice breaking. How could you do this to me? How could you betray me like this? She didn't answer right away. She sat there, biting her lip, as if she were searching for the right words. Finally, she looked at me, tears in her eyes. I didn't want to hurt you, she whispered. I never wanted this to happen. Then why? Why did you do it? She took a deep breath, and what she said next knocked the wind out of me. Yes, Mark and I were together, but not because I wanted to be with him. I found out he was seeing someone else, someone outside of your circle. Another woman. He was planning to leave you. What? I could barely speak. You're telling me you slept with him to protect me? It wasn't supposed to go that far, she said, wiping her tears. I thought if I made him think I was interested, I could control it, keep him from going to her. But it got out of hand. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to tell you. The words hung in the air between us, heavy and confusing. Sarah had tried to protect me in the most twisted way possible. She had gotten involved with my husband to keep him from leaving me for another woman. But in the process, she had become just as much of a betrayal as him. I didn't know what to feel. Anger, betrayal, sadness. All of it swirled inside me, leaving me numb. In the end, it didn't matter. The two people I had trusted most had broken me, in different ways but with the same outcome. They had both lied, both betrayed me. Mark was gone a few days later. And Sarah, I don't know. I haven't spoken to her since. I don't know if I can ever forgive either of them. But what I've learned from all of this is that betrayal doesn't always come from where you expect. Sometimes, even those who think they're protecting you end up causing the most harm. And now, as I sit here alone, I can't help but wonder, Was it all really a mistake, or just the truth I refused to see?